Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and I'm here with my brother as we guide you in the ways of modern Merfolk. And if you love Merfolk, you love annoying water sounds coming from my brother, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you like hearing my brother say sorry. We did not win the die roll. Yeah, we have a hand of cards, so let's keep it. It's a hand, lands and spells. We have something to do on turn 1, something to do on turn 2. Oh, by the way, we have a sponsor, themanabase.com. If you want to learn about the Leech Lord, don't forget to check out Ben's Rants of Valakut only on themanabase.com, your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And this deck list should be available on themanabase.com as soon as it's available there. So our opponent plays turn 1 Noble Hierarch. Ugh, I have Ether Vial. Do you know what? I really don't want to play Ether Vial. Or should I? What to do here? Like, my experience against humans now, as I get more, is I don't want to take any damage. Any damage at all. Like, all the games can go really long, but I don't want to take any damage. And there is a good argument to just playing land. Don't play the Ether Vial. So what kind of big turn could they have? Well, if they play Thalia, I'll look really stupid. Alright, forget it. We're going to play Ether Vial. My fear is that they're going to play Mantis Rider, and it would be perfectly ideal to dismember it immediately and not take so much damage. Because we're going to take 4 damage from the stupid Mantis Rider. Oh, they're playing... yeah, Mantis Rider. So we're going to go to 12 immediately, because we have to dismember that thing. It was close. And maybe with enough experience, I would forego this turn 1 Ether Vial to deal with that Mantis Rider. Our opponent says fish. Oh, like what else? What do you think?
Say Hadouken. His name is Ryu.
So I don't think there's any way I can get punished. Okay, so the thing is, if I play Dismember immediately, I could get punished by, well, I would like them to play a Phantasmal Image here. Oh no, not again. Well, actually, if they play Mantis Rider, then I am rewarded for holding back, because now this Mantis Rider is only going to hit us for 3. Because if I dismembered immediately, then 1 Mantis Rider would hit me for 4. But still, our life total is dwindling really quickly. Unfortunately, this Spell Pierce has nothing to hit. See, this is what I'm talking about, like preserving your life total as much as possible. Because we are not preserving our life total at all right now. I guess I will play Silvergill Adapt. Actually, do you know what? I'll cancel this. No, I can play Silvergill Adapt if I draw... Lord of Atlantis. If I draw a Mutavault, I'll really want to play it this turn. I draw an island. Well, if things go really well, maybe we can pull this through.
No.
Because we have another turn here. Okay, we're going to get hit for 3. Next turn we can attack for 6 and play a Master of Waves, so we don't immediately die. So we do need good things to happen, though. Because even with the Noble Hierarch, this is only going to be 4 damage. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with all that. I can deal with this. Master Waves is going to be for a lot. We can still draw things like Merfolk Trickster. But, like, we die to a lot of things. Thalia's Lieutenant, Noble Hierarch. A lot of stuff can kill us. So we have to play the Master of Waves. Is there any way I can trick this Thalia into blocking? I guess not. Well, actually... Because I would like to attack with Silvergill Adept. I wonder if my opponent is smart enough to not block with Thalia in order to, like, I don't know, because of Merfolk Trickster, I could tap it. But then if I have Merfolk Trickster, they're gonna... If I have Merfolk Trickster to tap the Thalia, they would want that to happen because the Mantis Rider would then cleanly get in for damage. So we're just going to attack with the Harbinger here. Play Lord of Atlantis. Yeah, of course, the damage gets through. Interestingly enough, because our opponent didn't have a like third land drop for a few turns, dismembering the Noble Hierarch would have been a line. So, well, we need to hope for a lot of things. No Noble Hierarch, no Phantasmal Image, no Thalia's Lieutenant. Ideally, no... what's it called? Reflector Mage. They have something in their hand.
Good game.
Oh, great. Well, then we're dead. It's pretty arrogant to say that immediately, though. Oh, this thing. Okay, so yeah, like there's a, when your life total gets, that's why I was trying to say like earlier, you got to preserve your life total as much as possible. There is a strong possibility that not playing Aether Vial on turn 1 was the correct play. There is a strong possibility. We are going to take out the Spell Pierces, because you're useless. We're going to bring in the Echoing Truth, because you're useful. Echoing Truth, not great in this matchup, to be honest. I mean, it's interaction, but it's not the greatest interaction. Our opponent has good mana with Noble Hierarch and Aether Vial, and they want to enter the battlefield triggers. So bouncing things back to their hand in the long... If a game goes short, it's... Well, I'm not using my mana very well, and then if the game goes long, then they're going to get value out of the card. So it's not perfect. We're going to keep this. This hand is fine, but like, you know, humans can have busted starts. We were up against a double Mantis Rider hand. That was a little much. You know, that was a little much.
Say Hadouken.
How do you spell that?
H-A.
H-A?
D-U.
Yeah.
K-E-N. There.
Should be in capital letters. H-A.
D-U.
D-U.
K-E-N.
Exclamation points.
Pretty sure that's how you spell it.
Whatever, they'll know.
What the hell does that mean?
R-S? I don't know. Our opponent responded R-S. I don't know what it means. So the general rule is if you're on the draw, you want to dismember Noble Hierarchs. We're on the play, but here's the situation. I don't know when we're going to use this dismember. Our hand is not in a spot where we can use the dismember. Like, okay, I might be tapping out every single turn from here. And I don't know when I'm going to be playing dismember and a creature at the same time, so I'm going to dismember the Noble Hierarch right now. Hopefully that keeps us ahead. Harbinger feels awkward, but like the thing is, if we let them say play Mantis Rider on turn 2, it might be very hard to kill that Mantis Rider. Well, not less hard now. Thalia? Freebooter, okay. What will you take? By the way, if you Spreading Seas anything, always Spreading Seas the Cavern of Souls. Ancient Ziggurat can only be spent on mana to cast creature spells. So for example, let's say they have Dismember in their deck, which they generally have a few copies post-board. Once you Spreading Seas the Ancient Ziggurat, they can use that mana to cast Dismember, whereas if you put Spreading Seas on the Cavern of Souls, they can this Ancient Ziggurat can only be used to cast creature spells. I think we are just going to attack.
No, it's expensive.
Well, there's a chance that they freebooter the spreading seas away, but I need to get damage on the board. That is a unfortunate thing about Dismember. And one of the reasons why I think I want to take out one of the Dismembers for a Mare Regery is that it's quite a bit of damage. Like, I don't mind having 3 Dismembers against humans, but having 2 is a bit much. Having 3 is a bit much, because it increases the chances of having double Dismember games. Another freebooter. So they'll take our Spreading Seas.
Should have spent it.
I don't care. Well, looks like I'm going to get it back. Because I can Harbinger the freebooter, then Dismember the other one. Or is that what I do? Well, let's attack for 4. Something I have to do anyway.
5, you mean?
Attack for 5. We got the spell check calculator here. Fairy Conclave, not amazing. Unfortunately, I can't Harbinger the freebooter and get my Spreading Seas back at the same time. Because I can bounce. Oh, okay, whatever. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to get this thing. I'm just going to force my opponent to play freebooter next turn. Just to get the Dismember back. Maybe I'll even Dismember something else. Who knows? Like, if this other Kite Sail freebooter attacks for 2, I might as well Dismember it. And force my opponent to play the other freebooter. See, like, if they have Mantis Rider here at 4 mana, they're probably going to play freebooter first before they play the Mantis Rider. Yes, take damage from these stupid lands. It's interesting. They play the freebooter. Enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. Fortunately, there's no turn to Dismember. Okay, so this is just going to happen. Because if I Dismember the other freebooter, then they're just going to take the Spreading Seas, and I took 4 life when I really don't want to be taking any more life. Nothing's big on defense, though. Okay, there's the Mantis Rider. I can get hit for 4. Or 3. I don't care what they do. Fairy Conclave will be a blocker. Sit on blocking duty. Not bad. Kessick Malcontents can't kill us yet? Yet. Well, there's Dismember. So, at the right moment, at the right time, can we win? Probably. We can Dismember the Kite Sail freebooter at end of turn. Take our Spreading Seas and win. I feel pretty confident attacking with Silvergill Adept here, because if they double block with Kite Sail freebooter, I think that's fine. We'll get our Spreading Seas back and our Dismember, so they're not going to take that line. So let's attack with our Silvergill Adept and our Harbinger.
Just takes the damage.
Oh yeah, they'll do that. And pass.
He's a fool.
Well, they're a fool up a game. I'd love to give my opponent a little bit more credit than that.
What if there was a bug in the software where you tap mana, it adds it to your pool, but then you untap, but the mana stays? Just tap infinitely, adding more.
You know what? Maybe that exists somewhere. Like, there's so many bugs that go unnoticed for a long time just because people aren't looking for them. That is Lieutenant. Okay. Not necessarily a bad thing yet. because we can still block the freebooter with Fairy Conclave. Even if there's a second lieutenant, that's also fine, because we can still block one, or I mean, we can block a Mantis Rider with Fairy Conclave and dismember the other freebooter. Well, that's bad. And this thing can't be countered. Okay, so how badly do we need this? So I can go down to 6. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 9. It deals damage to target player or planeswalker equal to the number of humans you control. Does dismembering freebooter do anything? Not really. Because I can dismember freebooter, take the dismember Mantis Rider. It was all in the hand. I bought the land. That's what my opponent said. Or got the hand, I guess. Got the land. I don't think we can get out of this. Dismember, go to 6. Dismember's painful. Got 3 of them in this game. Only used 1 though. And they said they got the land. There was a chance killing that Noble Hierarch mana screwed them, but it did not. This is an annoying one of in their deck. I don't think I can get out of this. Dismember freebooter. 1. Get dismember back. Dismember Mantis Rider. Take. No, it's like I just go down too much life. Okay, so what if we let it resolve? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go down to. Okay, let's let it resolve and see what happens. Dismember is now off the table. So we need to hope our opponent blunder attacks with just 1 Mantis Rider. They do not do that. Because if we had... Well, I mean, if we had Echoing Truth, we win. Because we would block Mantis Rider, bounce the... So if we had an Echoing Truth, we could block the Mantis Rider and then bounce this thing. Anyway, we were going to commit suicide. I don't do this very often on the channel, but that's how we're going to do it. So that was round 2 against humans. Humans is still a very strong deck, and the thing is, we jammed the deck with Spell Pierces in the main, and we took out Mare Rejury, and we definitely watered our matchup against humans, and I would love to shore it up. I think we can crush humans, but unfortunately a lot of the cards that are good against humans, like Tidebinder Mage, like Gut Shot, just aren't good enough against other decks. They're not well positioned. So what we have to do is we have to deal with we have to make use of the cards that we have, but we need a little bit more power. Unfortunately, taking out Curse Catcher does hurt us in this matchup because that makes us a lot slower. Curse Catcher is just pretty useless against everything else. It's sad that a generic 1/1, is what we want here, but unfortunately that generic 1/1 is just not good anywhere else. I will say I don't think we have a bad humans matchup. We just don't have a good one. And I would love to, because humans is so popular, I will somewhere in the future push the deck in a direction where we can compete very strongly with humans. But right now, I think it's pretty close to 50-50 if we are going to be playing with a bunch of Spell Pierces in the main and no Mare Rejuries. If one of these things was a Mare Rejury, this could be a totally different game. But unfortunately, we had no Mare Rejury, and... Mare Rejury helps with Harbinger of the Tides. We could bounce something here. We could force them to tap these things. We have a lot of stuff with Mare Rejury.
You got Trickster for Rejury's chaps.
Yeah, but the problem is okay, that's fine. It's fine, it's not bad. But we need more effects. And make the creatures bigger to push through damage.
Well, 2019 is coming.
2019.
They're printing answers, people.
So anyway, we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank the manabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu and his brother playing Merfolk in Modern.